When it comes to Christmas horror films, there's one thing to keep in mind. The best ones aren't just about spooky decorations during the holiday season. A truly great Christmas horror should dismantle the very essence of Christmas, deconstruct it, and mock it. Here are 7 films from the 20th century that do just that. Everyone loves a good Christmas party. Laughter, games, snacks, and a warm festive atmosphere. But what if the host casually mentions that their beautifully decorated home was the site of a gruesome murder? This chilling twist is at the heart of Dead of Night, a Christmas anthology of haunting tales. This 1940s thriller was one of the first holiday-themed horror films and received high praise from both audiences and critics alike. This classic anthology series introduces the idea of a Santa Claus serial killer in its very first episode. The story follows a woman on Christmas Eve, desperately trying to dispose of her dead husband's body. At the same time, the radio reports a disturbing news item. A crazed man dressed as Santa Claus is on the loose in the city. This gives her the perfect opportunity to blame him for everything. The only problem? The psychopath breaks into her house, and with the body covered in her fingerprints, she can't call the police. What will she do now? Number 1 on many lists of the best Christmas horror films. Back in 1974, it was groundbreaking in many ways. The first-person perspective shots were revolutionary, and its bold narrative choices were ahead of their time, still surprising viewers even today. But now it feels like a collection of cliches, with techniques that have been far better executed by its successors. The pacing is practically non-existent, and the Christmas setting feels like an afterthought. This story could easily have taken place at any other time of the year. So if you watch it today, it's really out of respect for the genre and its history. On Christmas Eve in 1947, young Harry suffered a severe psychological trauma after catching his mother in a compromising situation with old Saint Nick. From that moment, the boy lost his grip on reality, grew up, took a job at a toy factory, and made it his hobby to keep a list of naughty and nice children. Lewis Jackson's film stands out from other Santa killer movies. The villain's rage isn't randomly directed at anyone. He takes it upon himself to judge who's been good and who's been bad each Christmas, acting strictly according to his list. But with only 4 bodies in the movie, 3 of which appear within 7 minutes, the body count is low. As for the good kids, they all get toys. Joe Dante's film about these adorable little creatures is a brilliant black comedy where mischievous monsters wreak havoc in Kingston Falls after young Billy accidentally spills water on his Mogwai pet Gizmo. The Gremlins themselves are both a source of fun and terror, thanks to Chris Columbus's cleverly written script, which introduces an interesting concept. The friendly Mogwai is also the spawn of evil in the form of the Gremlins, and no one is really to blame. It's simply embedded in the nature of the character, with humans acting as unwitting catalysts, awakening the chaos through their negligence. On top of everything, the film is packed with references and playful jabs at classics, from It's a Wonderful Life to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Technically, it's a feast for the eyes too, from character designs to their marionette-like mechanical execution on screen. The efforts paid off. With a budget of just $11 million, the film grossed a staggering $153 million in the US alone. Andy witnesses the brutal murder of his parents and grows up in an orphanage. As an adult, he channels his rage into a Santa suit, deciding to kill anyone he deems naughty. The body count in this film is staggering by genre standards, a total of 14. Interestingly, director Charles Sellier had previously written scripts for religious films, including In Search of Noah's Ark and In Search of Historic Jesus. With a budget of just $750,000, the film grossed $2.5 million in US box offices, doubling its investment in the first week alone. However, due to outrage from parents, the film was pulled from theaters by its second week and released straight to video, where it quickly became a cult classic. This charmingly low-budget film, Jack Frost, grabs attention right from the start. A serial killer named Jack is caught by the police, and on his way to the station, their car crashes into a truck carrying toxic waste. The toxin makes Jack sick, and he transforms into a snowman with an insatiable thirst for murder. With its overtly cheap production, including fake cotton snow set against green trees, primitive kills, and a never-ending stream of Christmas puns, this film delivers a unique brand of trashy entertainment.